No. This is not Mortal Kombat. This is coming from the time when everyone wanted to do some type of Mortal Kombat clone. Some of them worked, some of them not so much, and some of them are just good history lessons of what we saw back in the 90s. This here takes Mortal Kombat and Jurassic Park and says, Rage. Yep, we're taking a look at Primal Rage today on this one. Good game, bad game, history lesson? Take a look. Primal Rage is one that came at the tip end of the Jurassic Park wave. Because we had Jurassic Park 93. Beautiful movie. Awesome. And then Mortal Kombat also coincidentally came out 93, right? Everyone's sitting there and they're trying to come up with the next app killer. Next Mortal Kombat. Killer app, come on, run. And so why not combine Jurassic Park, Mortal Kombat, and you get this. You get 7 bloody dinosaurs bashing each other till kingdom come. And this is where the game gets interesting. Because you have an assortment of lizards and apes. Just go with it, okay? The reptiles are great because they all are using claws, fangs, tails, everything. Just lizards ripping into each other. And I'm sitting there and I love playing as the dinosaurs because it doesn't feel like a normal fighting game. They feel more like animals. And that's actually pretty sweet. Obviously they've got their special moves and whatnot. Like, Sauron's got his cheap little roar shield that everyone got spamming in the arcade anytime you jump. Never jump against Sauron. They always want to screw with you that way. But still, at the same point in time, though, you have these monkeys? I mean, Chaos and Blizzard are supposed to... I don't know why they put them in there, but they're two very stark dichotomies. Blizzard, if you really want to know, is the god of wisdom. And all these are supposed to be deities and stuff like that, so... the story's a wash, by the way. I had a wall of text. Go ahead, read it if you want. It's like the articles in a magazine, right? So what happens is that Blizzard and Chaos use a lot of punches, they use some weak kicks, and that's how they fight. And Blizzard really feels like a combination between Balrog and Sub-Zero. Because he's got some of those good dash punches and stuff like that. And at the same point, though, he's also got his ice moves. And that's how you freeze an opponent to get the upper hand. And while it seems cool, Blizzard's ice moves actually aren't his strength. It's his ability to box out the opponent that really makes him set up. Chaos is icky. Icky. I'm not able to pull it off, but let me just say that his finishing move is called the Golden Shower. And after you see his other moves, you can kind of figure out what he's doing. Chaos has 2 main moves people will recognize. One is the Power Puke. This guy hurls at you. He is literally getting the insides of his stomach outside and using them as a weapon. Wonder if he eats before these matches. Second, he has the Fart of Fury, which is another cheap move because it actually provides a good amount of protection, when you're on the ground from both air and ground attacks. And if it hits an enemy, it's an instant dizzy, which allows you to just rake a good combo on them. But a monkey that uses body functions to fight? We know this happens in zoos, but you don't have to put it in the game, guys. That's nasty. Ugh. So there you go. You got Blizzard going. You got Chaos going. Then you've got like a variety of monsters, Armadon, he's kind of your slow tank guy. You can take a lot of damage. Diablo and Sauron are kind of mid-range. And of course, you've got Talon. Talon is the one that, oh my gosh, I remember when I was a kid, back in the day, I was at this arcade. Anyone who says girls can't play, girls aren't gamers, nah. I wish I would have gotten her number too, because she was really good at it. And she just raked up people, and here I come thinking, I play with Armadon a lot. I'm going to whoop this chick. I got my butt cream, dude. I just totally wasted. WTF pwned! Yeah, if you're good with Talon, you can string together a lot of combos, a lot of quick hits and stuff like that. You're not going to do massive damage like Armadon would, but you're going to do quick hits, you're going to do little juggles and stuff like that. and you can keep your opponent off balance. That's a beauty of Talon. And then finally, Vertigo is this weird reptile snake thingy. There's no dinosaur I know of that matches that. But Vertigo is great because it's a lot of trick weaponry and stuff like that. And people always use that tail to shank. So if you know how to use Vertigo, you got a pretty good player there. The thing about Primal Rage is that Primal Rage is only 7 characters. Now, back in the 90s, Street Fighter had 8, Mortal Kombat had 7, Primal Rage said, we'll just do 7. Even though Mortal Kombat 2 came out, and Mortal Kombat 2 had 12, Street Fighter had 16 by this time, and people were building up larger rosters. So it seems kind of weird that they take that step back and have only the 7. Whatever. I do and I don't like how they handled the story mode. And story mode, arcade mode, whatever you want to call it. As you're fighting through enemies, you have to basically beat them all as the same dino. So if you start playing as Sauron, you finish the game as Sauron. You do not switch. The moment you switch, and you start all over. Every land you've already conquered, you'll have to refight. However, this is kind of the nice part. If I'm in the arcade and I'm just whooping on people next to me just keep coming up, and I beat all my contenders and all 7 of the dinosaurs through other people's slugging quarters, I get to go straight to the end because I've conquered Earth. That's Earth with a U. Earth. And that actually is a nice touch because you've already spent all the time fighting. Why are they going to make you go through the ladder? This is people coming in and fighting. Yes, I understand. I do completely understand that, hey, when you're playing a game like that in the arcade, they want you to slug quarters, slug quarters, slug quarters. But that'll come. Because at the last stage of the game, you have to fight through all 7 dinosaurs. There is no mega boss or anything. It's just you fight through all 7 dinosaurs again. Battle Royale! I don't like this because it seems like a cop-out whenever games do this. We don't have a last boss. We just have you fighting all the previous guys. There you go. WWF the arcade game did this, and I did not like that either. So I was fairly disappointed in how the game ends, but overall as a gaming experience, it's interesting, especially Mortal Kombat's influence on this. Now at the end of the match, you just see your opponent sitting there kind of dizzy, his brain is all fritzing out and everything, and you're kind of sitting here like, what am I supposed to do? And then all of a sudden he falls over. Well, that's your cue to finish him. And all of the dinos have at least 2 fatality type moves. And you don't get extra points, you don't really get anything for pulling off a fatality, but whatever, right? But still, when you get them busy, when you get them at that point, you can put it, and you can do just weird, the fatalities are goofy, okay? Like Vertigo here. You turn a dead dinosaur into a living cow! I mean, bovinification. How is that a legitimate finishing move? That's weird. And they just, except for Chaos's golden shower, they all just kind of range from just weird to stupid. It's not really great, so it's not really filling the void of what we got from Mortal Kombat, which was like, hey, I'm going to rip a skull and spinal column off. Yay! Predator reference! Temple of Doom reference! You know, and things like that. It's just, whatever. As a gamer, history lesson, guys. This isn't a bad game. It's not a great game. It actually did do some things that I liked that others weren't doing. Like, when you're pulling off a special move, you need to hold the button that's the action button for it. So, if you need to do a fierce attack, a fierce punch, we'll say, or fierce, fierce slash, I think they called it, you hold that button, roll down to forward, and release, and that's how you throw your fireball. Which, in the middle of a combo, it actually feels more natural to do that than have to double tap the button once for your last hit, once to initiate the move. And it actually worked out fairly well. And so they were actually pioneering, trying something new with that, but it didn't catch on, because Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, they got the keys to the arcade, and they said, okay, you now have to, after your combo, tap it for the special move. There you go, guys! So, in a manner of speaking, though, the moveset wasn't bad. It wasn't a great game. It wasn't a bad game. This is just kind of a history lesson. One of those ones that time will forget. People will forget about this game. And as a public service announcement, the Moral Gamer is here doing a review on this very title, so you can remember it. Morally speaking, chaos. When you have an enemy that poops, barfs, and pees on his opponent, that is icky. Parents, beware. Don't forget it's martial arts violence, animal violence. There's verticals like a witch doctor. They consume humans to regain power. And it's just combat with blood and gore. All the staples of the 90s, things like that parents... Jack Thompson presents Things I Hate! So if you have issues with any of that, obviously you wouldn't want your kids playing this game. I don't see this one coming around anymore, and I probably will never get a good follow-up to it. But hey, if Killer Instinct can make a resurgence, I would love to see Primal Rage do something more recent, especially with graphics nowadays. This could actually be a cool rebirth. And I'm not talking about the stupid Primal Rage 2 where they could morph to human forms. I'm talking just keep it with the dinosaurs and just throw it out there, guys. Somebody out there has got to love this game enough to do a new one. Indie developers! Hint! Hint! MoralGamer, MoralGamer.com. Thoughts, Primal Rage, anything? Comments below as always. Don't forget our support link. And we look forward to seeing you next time with our next review. Thanks for watching.